name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, fellas.
Check out. 1, 6, 3. Come on.
40. Check. Hey.
Come on. Hey, Charlotte.
Tighten up.
5, 6, 3.
Now a first down throw. Luck. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Luck. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Luck on first down. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Again, Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hines. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. And that'll make this a 2nd down. They run with Hines. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he connects with Ebron. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Mexico.
Check it out. Watch out. Hatch it.
64, weak.
Now again, right side. Hines, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, high 7.
A shotgun snap for Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow. Yellow.
Bravo!
Now on 2nd and 16, Mahomes, and that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back to you. Check.
Easy.
Check hot.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Monday. 11.
Now Love. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Let's go, Mexico.
Lucky. Watch the ship.
Team spill.
Watch the ship.
12. 5.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Ebron caught left side. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's Hines, and he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check 24.
540. Easy. Alert. 11Z. Hey, echo.
Throwing again is Locke. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Here we go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
15, yellow.
Delta.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Let's bring it.
61. Matchbox, right.
SOS. You go take. You got take.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Luck now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6.
Back to throw, Luck. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost. All the way to the 30.
To number 82, a 28-yard gain. First down, Indianapolis.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Alpha.
Luck throwing again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You don't want it. Out.
Hey, Sunday.
45 to Mike. Ricky.
Hey, 57 colors.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped. At the 25.
Felt that one.
The tackle
I know
made
you
by
felt that
Rob
one.
Yasin. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st and 10, Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Strong right. Hey. 4 down.
Run, Hey, check. Hey, Haywood.
Here's Locke. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Hey, dude.
3rd and long. It's Locke. caught right side. Davis. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. To throw is Locke. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Come on. Smooth.
Back to the air. Locke on second down. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, wahoo!
On first down, Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Mack. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Throwing is Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hines. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it's a second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Elliott is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Line right. 15.
Record. Alert flare.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Hey, 57.
Watch the safety creep.
On second down, it's Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Step it up. 58, boys. 58, Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell 15.
Whip.
Mahomes going to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting.
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Under 10, under 10, 10. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we are.
Hey, 15, 15, 15.
Set.
You gotta go for it.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 8. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Single.
Go.
Out of the gun, Luck. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They come out here in the eye. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try.
Mexico.
Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Luck now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, you're on an island over there. What do you want?
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Check 26.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
To try again after the sack. Luck. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down and goal. Mahomes toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
It's a gain of 8. Brings us 2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
On second and a couple, Mahomes, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yellow.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get out to the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
40, easy, alert. Quo. Bravo.
Love. Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just outside his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now fair catch is called for and taken at we'll call it the 37-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Easy. Hey, Ripley. Crash.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Cohen. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. But he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 19-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Joker.
Hey, Ripley.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, alert 3. Deuce.
Now Mahomes. Flushed out right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yellow.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch safety green.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Yellow. On the line. Left.
It's going to be a long day offense. It's going to be protein smell. Watch twitch.
Again, it's Cohen. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Yellow. 180.
Mike. Here we go.
They'll try and run it with White. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. James White His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Hey, Delta.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Akeem Hicks, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now it's Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. This is Hines. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
You got him. You got him.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Watch left. He's stop right there. Stop right there. 4 down. 4 down.
Now Luck. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. Pass, and now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? It's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Come. Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. catch made here by Campbell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Luck. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
On first down, it's Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
This one complete into the hands of Darius Fountain.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. Now Luck. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean...